Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of domain and range. This is standard A.2A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 47 of the 2018 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have this function that we need to first create, and then we need to find the range. So first let's take a look at the function here. We got a daily cost of hiring a plumber is Y to work X hours to repair a project using a linear function. All right. So let's just build it like we normally would, right? So Y equals X is the number of hours, right? And then Y is the cost. So we have a fixed cost of $80 plus an additional cost of $45 per hour. So this is going to look like slope-intercept form. So we're just going to say it's 45x, right? $45 for each hour plus that just standard $80 fee. All right, so there's our function. Now, domain and range. So we typically see these together here. The domain is going to be the set of all independent, or for most cases, x values. So that's where we start, is with our independent values. And then our range, which is what we are needing in this particular problem, is going to be its partner, set of all dependent, right? And that's going to end up being our y values. In most cases, it's the y. Sometimes it's the f of x. So we need to find the range. We can't really do it without the domain. Let's figure out that domain first. So the plumber works a maximum of 8 hours per day. Remember, x is our number of hours. So our domain is going to be, well, it's going to be discrete because it's not going to be continuous. I guess it could technically be continuous, but let's just pretend he's charging per whole hour, right? But we'll use discrete data to kind of help us figure out. It will end up being continuous. But let's just see, we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So that's the total number of hours that he could work in a day. He might work 3.5 or 8.0 as the max, but I'm not sure if he's getting decimals or anything like that. So let's check out our range. Well, what we need to do is we just need to find the smallest and the largest, right? So if he were to work 0 hours, let's see what happens with that. Well, y equals 45 times 0 plus 80. All right, so he's not charging per hour, but he is going to just charge your standard fee of $80. Okay, so I see that right here for B. Let's see what happens if he goes 8 hours there. So y equals 45 times, what's he work per hour? There we go, 45 times 8 plus your standard fee of $80. All right, so 45 times 8 is the same as 90 times 4, so that's 360. It's just doubling and halving. And that's going to be 360 and 80, so y equals 440. All right, so there's my upper and my lower bounds, right? So if he worked 0 hours, so when x equals 0 hours, his cost is going to be $80. And if he works the maximum of 8 hours, so if x equals 8 hours, his maximum cost is going to be that $440. And so how do we represent that? Well, we could do with words, right? But in this case, we are going to see it right here in this inequality. So the cost is going to be greater than or equal to 80. That's my minimum. And it's going to be less than or equal to 440. That is the maximum. It is continuous data, because it could be any fraction in between. So our answer here is going to be B.